So as some of you who watch a lot of my other videos will have seen, I've been chasing a pretty pesky electrical problem over the past couple of months, and I finally found out why this car was being so difficult. So if I pop the hood here, in the past, I was having like problems where the headlights would flicker, the dash lights would flicker, stereo would randomly just go out. And everything that we've done so far is like the alternator needed replaced because I actually do think that it was bad. The starter was replaced, a bunch of other things that we tried looking at. But the final solution to this problem was right here in the fuse box. So if we pop open this fuse box here, you'll see that this main fuse right here, this 80 amp one. So whenever we opened this up before, you could tell on this left connector, it was a little bit loose before, so that's why it's kind of like getting these rainbow colors on it. But the last one, this was all like burnt looking, and like this left connector and right connector were like a completely like different color, and this whole entire just fuse looked bad. So went down to Napa or Advanced Auto or whatever, picked up a new fuse, and I was like, $3 fuse ain't gonna stop this car from having all these problems that it was having. But it's the main fuse. So popped it in, car started idling correctly, dash lights weren't flickering, stereo stopped turning off. So all it took was a little $3 fuse or whatever to fix all these electrical problems that I was having on this car. So I'm pretty happy to say that everything on this car is in 100% condition now. From getting this car 2 years ago, I put a lot of work in like trying to make it mine, and also like fixing the different problems that it had on it. And I would say now that everything is fixed on it, in the previous video that I just put out, we fixed the oil leak that was on it, which it had been leaking since I bought the car about 2 years ago, but it wasn't significant enough that I really looked into it. I had always assumed that it was just burning oil and it wasn't really leaking that bad, but over time it started leaking more, and I was losing more and more oil and having to fill it up more often. So that's when it started to become a little bit of a problem. So we got that all solved, and now we got that electrical problem all solved in the past. I just never made a video going over like finally fixing those electrical problems that I had. So with that being said, I think this car is completely in 100% condition now. Cross my fingers, knock on wood, that nothing else goes wrong, but I would say that this car is finally problem-free after 2 years now. So basically, as a way to celebrate, I'm just gonna take this car for a drive. I'm just going to the gym and back, nothing really crazy, but some of the roads that we go through are a little bit nice, a little curvy, can push the car a little bit. Just doing a little celebratory drive now that the car is 100% problem-free. See if I notice anything that's different with it. I doubt it. It's probably just gonna be the exact same as it used to be, but celebratory drive. So so far, everything seems pretty fine. So far, everything seems pretty good with it. I didn't really expect much to be, different driving-wise with it. But again, there's no like flashing of the lights, like they dim and bright, or like the car really poorly idling, or like the head unit hasn't gone out or anything like that. So that's good. And after the oil change, haven't seen any drips or anything like that still with that, so that's a good thing. So yeah, I'd call this car at 100% now, which is good. And just taking it on these back roads here, it's been a good time. We're about to come up to some roads where I could open it up a little bit more, but yeah, it's been treating me pretty well. The owner who had this before did neglect a lot of maintenance on it. There's been a lot of little things we've had to fix, a lot of big things we've had to fix. But all in all, it's treated me pretty well. But I think it would just be good to keep up with the maintenance part of this. Even if it's not having any problems, just see what needs done and maybe check it out and see if the part's going bad, or just replace it for good measure. I know at some point in the future the turbo is going to have to get replaced, I think. I'm not entirely sure what the number was, but it was either like, I thought it was something around 150,000, whether it was like 120 to 150 or like 150 to 180 it needs replaced. But I feel like at that point I should maybe just like upgrade to something bigger if I'm gonna already have to go through the trouble of buying a new turbo for this car. Here we go, here's some nice back roads. was it? It was hidden underneath. It was hidden underneath this plastic piece. I'll have to show you guys whenever I get back. It was like this boost controller, and I didn't think that this thing had an aftermarket boost controller on it, especially with like the Cobb tune and everything that it has. I didn't think that it supported that at all, but I guess either the last owner or somebody else who had owned it previously installed it on there. I didn't mess with it at all because, I mean, the car's not pro-tuned or anything, so I didn't want to turn it up. If I pop this cover off here, I was interested to find this. So it looks like a boost controller. I mean, it says boost down or up. So, I mean, I'm not entirely sure. Like, I tried looking up, like, I think it has the brand kind of on there. Oh, Turbo XS. I tried looking up Turbo XS. I don't know if I could find the exact one or anything like that, but that was just something interesting that I saw in there. And I don't know if anybody knows like more things about that. That'd be something interesting that I'd want to hear about. Okay, so just to go over like what kind of things to expect. As you've seen, like I posted a video on December 1st, and then this video came out December 3rd. And they had my Vlogmas intro in them. So I'm gonna try and do videos in like a Vlogmas style for all of December, but I just think that a video every single day would be a little bit more than I can produce, but I still wanna try and do a video like every other day is gonna be my goal. If not every other day, then like there'll only be a 2-day gap between videos, because I really wanna make sure that I like get a lot of content out to you guys. And I think it's kind of just a cool thing to do for December is like Vlogmas. I think it'll help you guys also get to see more of like my personal life and things that go on throughout the day. It is going to be more of a vlog style for those type of videos, as you've seen like with my oil video that I posted, or this electrical video that I just posted. They're kind of more like unstructured, which I think has its pros and cons compared to like some of my other videos where we just bang out through information and stuff, but I think it should still be fun. So that's the goal for December, is to try and do a video every other day. And that can be sort of like the Vlogmas for December that I'll do. So I got some cool things coming up. You'll kind of get to see a look into my life about what goes on, different things like that. Of course, I'm going to try and incorporate like car stuff as much as I can. I do have some things coming up that like, they're not as much car based. It's kind of just going to be like a look into my life and certain things that go on in it, which I'm sure everyone here might not find interesting, but I'm going to include it in the videos. And I do have some car stuff in mind that we can do for different days, depending on what my schedule looks like and stuff. There's different things that we can do to still incorporate car stuff in the videos. As you've seen from the video from December 1st and December 3rd, my car's kind of in a shape to where there's not much that has to be fixed on it, but there's still different things that we can do to it. Certain things I haven't shown you guys yet, things that we can go over. If there's anything that you guys want to see for this month of December, I can always incorporate it in a video, or depending on how big it is, do like a whole entire video on it. So I have some ideas. I'm brainstorming some ideas for December, but if there's anything else that you want to see, make sure to drop something down in the comments. I'm always open to different ideas of things that we can do. So yeah, it's kind of going to be what this month of December looks like. I'm still debating on if we're going to be able to do like, I had like a giveaway or something in mind. It was just going to be like a couple sweatshirts or something that I designed, and we could just do like some sort of giveaway style or something. I'm still trying to figure things out for that, so we'll see if anything fabricates out of that. When it does, I'll be sure to include it in the video. But yeah, that's everything that we have for things that I wanted to go over for Vlogmas, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. That's all that I got for you guys today. So with that being said, have a good one, and we'll see you in the next video.
Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry.